people are confusing.
I'm confused right now.
There's been a lot of that today.
Lots of it.
Not knowing what's going on.
Lack of clarity. All thoughts that are tied in different directions and people get different
I
meanings.
think that's really the starting point for basically knowledge.
If you're confused, it kind of pushes you to learn, pushes you to understand.
Your thoughts are so fragmented and spread out, and you want to so badly try to make sense of that. You want to try to put it together.
Everything tries to force towards an equilibrium. If it's too much one way, it forces towards the other.
The mother of science, it's the father of art.
It's a good thing. Not all the time. It's good to be questing, looking for new ideas, and if you're confused, I think it helps you, but if you're too confused, it can push you in the other direction, discourage you.
To have order, to make sense of things, you know, to have truth, to have a right or wrong answer, to have clear defined boundaries, or even be understood.
Just push you towards learning instead of discouraging you, because we're all confused about everything.
I mean, can you ever really escape your confusion? Is that something that goes away? Is it something that's confined to the adolescent years, or even middle age, midlife crisis? Is that confusion?
And also confusion for me is mixed up with talking. I have to get my thoughts straight, and then when I can't get my thoughts straight, I'm confused and there's a mental block.
You can link everything together. Everything's interconnected. You know, in high school, I had a science research teacher, Mr. Sullivan. He had these little tarot quotes every day to start off the class with. And one of the ones that always stuck with me was, when you pick one thing by itself, in this case in nature, science, you find it hitched to everything else in the universe.
In today's world, I think that's what starts lots of violence and outbursts, is just simply not knowing what's going on.
When I finally reached a point where I can no longer absorb it, I reached a state of confusion when I can no longer think.
When you're talking with somebody, you know, you might get confused, they might say something different and you might heard it wrong, and I think it's just a whole bunch of words are twisted and pulled out in different directions, and making you stuck in this little ball of words, and you can't get yourself out of it until you have found a way or something to help you to get out of it.
And that is terrifying.
So it's not necessarily that we don't have the capability to overcome this, it's just that people rarely stop in today's ever-moving world. They never stop and just think about how everything's going, you know?
To be confused is to mean you aren't thinking straight anymore. That your mind has been finally reached its breaking point.
You are part of the universe. You are part of everything. You know, every atom in your body is just physical matter. It came from a star that exploded.
You stop trying to make sense of it and look for the sense in it, then confusion goes away.